Number 6. Party Pooper. On March 1st, 2019, in Winona, Mississippi, a man shot and killed his wife and 2 friends during her birthday celebration. 30-year-old Michael Barnhill was facing serious charges, including 3 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted homicide. The evening began with a birthday karaoke party hosted by family friends Jim and Brooks Harrell in honor of Michael's wife Marley Barnhill, who was celebrating her 27th birthday. But then the night took a terrifying turn. Reports suggest that Michael initially started the night in high spirits. Still, as the hours passed, he consumed excessive alcohol and became increasingly intoxicated and aggressive, eventually descending into a fit of rage. Party attendees tried to discourage Michael's drunken behavior, but their efforts only seemed to further provoke him, leading to anger and combative actions. Eventually, Michael decided to leave the party and demanded that Marley hand over the keys to their truck. She refused to comply with his request. Infuriated by her refusal, Michael stormed out, retrieving a .40 caliber pistol from an unlocked vehicle and returned to the party. He aggressively slapped a cigarette from Marley's hand and shot her at close range in the chest. Jim tried to protect Marley, but was also shot by Michael. The chaos continued as a 3rd shot was fired, striking Brooks. Amidst the chaos, the 2 other women at the party acted heroically to protect the Harrells' 10-year-old son. They rushed him upstairs, locked him in a closet, barricaded themselves in the bedroom, and called 911. When the police arrived at the scene, they found Marley and Jim dead. Brooks was airlifted to a hospital but passed away during transit. At the time of the initial police response, Michael had disappeared, but he returned to the property later in the evening, feigning ignorance of the events that had transpired. 2 surviving witnesses identified him as the perpetrator, leading to his arrest. Michael tried to flee but was subdued by a taser gun and taken into custody. Marley's only crime was that she bravely tried to prevent her husband from driving drunk, acting to protect lives. Michael Barnhill remained in custody at the Carroll Montgomery Regional Correctional Facility without bond for 8 months, until November 2019, when he pleaded guilty to 3 counts of first-degree murder and was sentenced to 3 life terms for the murders, with 20 more years for his assault charge. Number 5. A chaotic gender reveal. On September 2nd, 2023, a gender reveal celebration took a bad turn when a small plane hired to drop pink or blue colored powder to reveal the baby's gender crashed in front of the guests. The event was taking place in Sinaloa, Mexico, where the excited couple had gathered with family and friends. As the plane got towards the expectant parents, who stood beside an "Oh Baby" sign, released pink smoke to signify that they were expecting a daughter. The crowd erupted in cheers and happiness as the couple kissed beneath the pink haze. But then suddenly, the Piper PA-25235 Pawnee aircraft abruptly shot upward, tilting on its side as one of its wings failed mid-air. The plane continued to spiral uncontrollably, passing palm trees in the background of the couple's happy moment in the town of San Pedro. Unaware of the tragedy unfolding above them, the couple continued to embrace while their family members congratulated them. Meanwhile, the pilot of the small plane, identified as 32-year-old Luis Angel N., was the sole occupant and did not survive the crash. He was found amidst the wreckage and rushed to the hospital, where he later succumbed to his injuries. Videos capturing the incident quickly went viral on social media, with one image showing the extent of the plane's damage. Footage from outside the garden where the gender reveal party took place revealed the plane's erratic flight path before it untimely crashed. The event is a stark reminder that gender reveal parties, though intended to be joyful, have at times resulted in dangerous consequences, as people seek even more creative ways to announce the gender of their expected child. Number 4. A dispute among teenagers. In July 2023, a tragic incident went down at an end-of-term party held at a £1.5 million countryside mansion in Warnham, West Sussex. A 16-year-old, whose identity is undisclosed due to legal reasons, murdered another teenager and later admitted to the act. A dispute escalated during the party, resulting in the fatal stabbing of 17-year-old Charlie Cheeks Cossa. Charlie suffered multiple stab wounds and succumbed to his injuries several days later. In a courtroom at Lewes Crown Court in East Sussex, the 16-year-old, dressed in a grey t-shirt and grey jogging bottoms, admitted to his guilt for the murder. He exchanged a raised fist salute with his father before being taken into custody. The boy's father expressed remorse, acknowledging their collective responsibility for his crime and emphasizing that his son is still a child, just 16 years old. The mother wept as her son sat in the dock, flanked by 2 female guards. During the hearing, the teenager kept his eyes closed as Kevin Light, his defense attorney, mentioned that the boy had consumed alcohol on the night. It was noted that he had no previous criminal record, did not carry a knife, and did not bring one with him to the party. Amy Packham, representing the Crown, said that there was no evidence regarding the knife's origin. Charlie, hailing from Milford in Surrey, was described as a caring and loving person by his parents. In their statement, they expressed the devastation caused by the loss of their son. Despite Charlie's valiant fight for life, his injuries proved insurmountable, leading to his tragic passing. The legal process also involves a 52-year-old woman who was arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender. She was granted bail while further investigations are conducted. Another 16-year-old boy, initially arrested on suspicion of attempted murder, has been reclassed as a witness and will face no further action. The police are still looking for more information, and as of now, the 16-year-old murderer awaits his sentence. Given the guilty plea, a life imprisonment sentence is inevitable. Number 3. Too much fun. At around 3 a.m. in January 2022, a mother of 5, Heather Garcia, was celebrating her upcoming 30th birthday and that of her niece aboard a party bus over the weekend when she tripped and fell off the bus onto a busy freeway, where she was struck and killed by another car. The incident occurred at the northbound 101 freeway and Los Angeles Street in downtown LA. Heather, a 29-year-old married mother, was on board the party bus with her relatives for the special celebration. Family members had gathered to mark her birthday and that of her niece, who were both born in the same time frame. Heather's 30th birthday was scheduled for after the weekend. Just hours before the incident, Heather was captured in a photograph sitting at a table in front of a birthday cake, joyfully being serenaded by a band. Little did anyone know that this would be one of her last moments. The sequence of unfortunate events began when Heather tripped while dancing on the bus. In the process, she fell against the bus door, causing it to open unexpectedly. She tumbled onto the freeway, and a passing vehicle ran over her, resulting in her untimely death. The driver of the vehicle involved in the accident remained at the scene, cooperating with law enforcement officials. Heather's brother, Juan Garcia, recounted the events, explaining that Heather had been dancing on the bus when she tripped and struck the bus door. Circumstances of how the door opened remained a mystery. This incident left Heather's husband, Rafael Corral, who is a U.S. Army veteran, and their 5 children, aged 1, 5, 6, 8, and 10, grieving her loss. Rafael emphasized that his wife and the others on the bus had made a responsible choice by opting for a designated driver service instead of driving under the influence, but this decision cost Heather her life. Corral, who served in Iraq, expressed his shock and sorrow over the horrific turn of events, saying that he never expected such a tragedy to befall his family. Heather's family clarified that they do not intend to pursue legal actions related to her tragic death. Do you think they should have fought a legal battle for Heather? Let us know in the comments and hit subscribe while you're at it. Number 2. A Mad Thing. At around midnight on September 4th, 2022, 4 hooded assailants fatally stabbed a teenager, Shea Gordon, outside an 18th birthday party on Lichfield Road, Mile End, in East London. 17-year-old Gordon was viciously attacked and stabbed multiple times. He desperately tried to escape from his attackers, fleeing down another street before collapsing and having cardiac arrest. During the court proceedings, emotions ran high, with friends and family of both the victim and the defendants reacting passionately in the public gallery. 2 jurors were moved to tears as one woman expressed her strong feelings, calling the assailants wicked people. The incident occurred during the 18th birthday party for a young woman, and it was a sizable event with rigorous security measures in place. Security personnel conducted searches upon entry, a guest list was maintained, and guests received wristbands for identification. Gordon was on the guest list, as was 18-year-old Danon Witter Cameron, one of the culprits who was also personally known to the young lady. In contrast, neither 18-year-old Kavane Vaughns nor 18-year-old Abdul Yarrow, the other two suspects, had received invitations and were unknown to her. Evidence presented during the trial revealed that Yarrow had been recorded while in prison, discussing his intention to attend the party and cause harm. On the night in question, 3 of the defendants took an Uber ride to reach the party after learning that Gordon was present. Security camera footage captured 4 people, concealed by balaclavas and hoods, entering the party. Around midnight, a group of young people was seen sprinting from the party venue toward Alloway Road, with Gordon running in the same direction along Litchfield Road and into Alloway Road. His blood was transferred to a Peugeot car along Litchfield Road, indicating he had already sustained injuries. Behind Gordon, Vaughns and Cameron pursued him into Alloway Road. Another assailant, Giovanni Adair Johnson, crossed the road and followed Gordon's path, with CCTV footage suggesting that Gordon turned into Morgan Street. It was in Morgan Street that he was later found fatally wounded. Adair Johnson collapsed on the road, having suffered a significant neck wound. Gordon had sustained stab wounds to his neck and right leg. Despite medical efforts, he succumbed to his injuries at the Royal London Hospital at 1:54 a.m. The day after the incident, Yarrow was overheard mentioning a mad thing yesterday, referring to the events of that night. The 4 defendants, Adair Johnson, Vaughns, Cameron and Yarrow, had all denied the charge of murder. 2 of them, Vaughns and Yarrow, were convicted of murder, while Adair Johnson and Cameron were found guilty of the lesser offence of manslaughter, having been cleared of murder. Number 1. The Bloody Sweet 16. In April 2023, a small town in Alabama was shaken by a Sweet 16 celebration. Philstavius Dowdell, a high school senior and a standout football player who was set to graduate soon, was one of the victims in a mass shooting at the birthday party of his sister that left over 20 people injured. Around 60 people were inside the dance studio when the shooting occurred. The celebration was being held at the Mahogany Masterpiece Dance Studio in Dadeville, Alabama, and was organized to honor Philstavius' sister Alexis on her 16th birthday. The shooting occurred at around 10:34 p.m. after a fight. Dowdell, who had recently earned a full scholarship to Jacksonville State, became the first victim to be formally identified among the casualties. Witnesses reported that multiple people began shooting after Dowdell's mother asked everyone with a gun to leave. The incident took place despite the suspects not being invited, suggesting they might have come with others who heard about the party on social media. State investigators found 89 shell casings at the crime scene, indicating that multiple guns were fired during the incident. Authorities suspect that 7 firearms were involved in this event. The community was left in shock as state investigators struggled to provide updates regarding the incident, including a possible motive or suspect. Dowdell's grandmother, Annette Allen, revealed that more than 20 people, including Dowdell's mother, were struck by gunfire during the event. Dowdell's mother survived but sustained 2 gunshot wounds. Allen described her grandson as a kind-hearted young man who never caused trouble and always had a smile on his face. The shooting took place in Dadeville, a small town of around 3,000 people, located about an hour's drive from Montgomery. Witness accounts suggest that most of the victims were teenagers, and it was initially believed that the shooting stemmed from a physical fight. Local police eventually handed the investigation over to the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency due to the complexity of the case. During the testimony, an investigator revealed that one of the deceased victims might have fired the first shot. 23-year-old Corbin Holston was found dead inside the dance studio with a firearm on his chest. This revelation adds complexity to the case. 2 teenage brothers, 17-year-old Tyrese McCullough and 16-year-old Travis McCullough, were accused of being involved in the massacre. Additionally, a third suspect, 20-year-old Wilson Lamar Hill Jr., was charged in connection with the shooting. All 3 teenagers face serious charges of 4 counts of reckless murder. In Alabama, anyone aged 16 or older can be charged with murder. Authorities have not yet disclosed the motive behind this tragic attack, and it remains part of an ongoing investigation. The victims of the senseless act include Dowdell and 17-year-old Sean Kivia Nicole Keke Smith, both of whom were high school seniors. The other 2 victims were 19-year-old Marcia Emmanuel Sia Collins of Opelika and 23-year-old Corbin DeMontre Holston of Dadeville. 3 more suspects were caught later on, all of whom were denied bond. 5 of them, treated as adults, were ordered to be held without bond until the trial. The 6th suspect, a 15-year-old minor, was also denied bond during a separate hearing due to his age. As of now, all of them await their sentences. Which of these parties was ruined in the worst way possible for you? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Bad Badger.